This is Rick, and we're going to try again to do a little Wordle programming and just programming in general. Yesterday I ran into this interesting bug. Oh, I gotta go switch over here and get on the screen here. I ran into this interesting bug where I'm gonna go to my projects directory. When I ran some code, the colors of the letters smeared across the different rows. I have since fixed that. Now I'm going to try to demonstrate the bug. Yeah, get to stash this thing. When I run this, you'll see this bug. Probably should have. Okay, here's the bug. Earth, and you see that the letters are all nicely in their correct columns, but then if I do mouth, you see that it smears across, and I've lost it after this. Cloud, and I knew that the issue was last night when I was doing this. I knew that the issue was somehow in the setting of the text attributes. When I'm in this loop where I'm displaying the 5 characters of the guess, I'm somehow not resetting things right, and I thought I was doing it correctly with term set attributes and also another set attributes up here. I was starting to get a little desperate with my thinking. I also noticed for the library that we're using, SwiftCursesTerm, and I noticed there were some interesting things it was doing with regards to reset. Namely, it was doing this thing, text attribute normal, and I didn't have any of that. So long and short of it is, I figured out my issue. I'm gonna run this now. Now it's proper. Now it looks correct. And the key was, I'm going to actually use this feature in Xcode, the code review. The key was that this area here, I needed to, here was the other big piece. I needed to set the color pair to be nil. It's interesting to me like the library has a reset attributes, but it doesn't have a reset attributes per window. Set attributes has a window argument, and that's what I ended up using here, was the set attributes window, where I'm also passing in the reset settings. And you notice I do that up here in the case of the random letter. The random 1 out of 3 is going to be reset to be normal, and also in the start of a new guess row, I reset. Then you also notice there's one thing here where I move the refresh down here to its own line. The refresh doesn't have to happen until the display of all 5 letters. I think those are the only changes in this block. So I'm going to commit this change here. Cloud. There's also another minor bug. Watch this. This is a long. I'm going to say you need a 5-letter word, but look, this is it also has extra code at the end. So if you remember, we have this 80 spaces business, and I'm gonna use that to try to fix this really small bug. We're just doing lots of fixes and polishing and whatnot, and hopefully I'll be able to eventually finish the game and unite the CLI and the TUI. Okay. Let me go and do some coding. I'll commit this first, then we'll go tackle that other bug. Okay, so now I'm going to try to tackle this bug fix here, where I'm doing where I properly reset the prompt. This is, I would call it resetting the prompt. Too long word, and you can see it doesn't reset properly. So let me go and tackle that. Hopefully you saw that strange bug here where I saw the part of the keyboard got wiped away. I'm sure it has to do with just the window. Yeah, moving window. Look at this window, nil. Oh, look at that. No, I needed to do that. I needed to do this. Anyway, there's some bugs, but let me go and try to work through it. Hopefully there you might have noticed that by printing 80 characters starting here, it smears the spaces down to the second row where the status line was. This is where I really need that add enster, where I print no more than a set number of characters. Here I could even use potentially printing 80 characters, but I really need 80 minus 80 minus what looks like 3 plus the prompt len. So let me fuss in that direction. feels so weird to do something like this. The language, I mean, obviously this is just because I don't know Swift. Swift handles strings. I'm just used to doing things a certain way from Python. But Swift strings, I keep reminding myself, are designed to handle different bytes for UTF-8. It can handle emoji and Latin characters in a single string, which is powerful, but it also means you can't have simple operations. So this thing here is an interesting way to work around it. There probably is others. But yeah, so I'm gonna try to code this up. you saw me fix a bug, but I'm left with this syntax, which I'm not super happy with. This, I wanted to get rid of magic numbers, but look at that magic right there. I also forgot that I wanted to subtract 80 from the sum of 3 plus poplin, but I needed parentheses to do that. And then I forgot the parentheses for the word. So yeah, that's also programming, a lot of syntax. But I'm gonna go and commit this. And what I'll do next is capture the keyboard into an object. Maybe I should think about how to do this, because what I want is the keyboard to dim marked as whether the letter has been used or not. And there is a way to specify that in the NCURSES, and that is this mechanism here. There's bold, but also dim. But right, so this guess board is kind of free floating, and then I operate on it with this free floating function. Same now with the keyboard, it's going to be its own window, but it's again going to have its own free floating function, and that's clearly going to have to change. And something that I don't think I'm going to do online, but it's definitely something that I think about, because in order to do the dimming, I need to know which of the letters, and when I print these letters, I need to know what the letter is, and then I need to have something that I pass into it, and then it also, I can't just forget about it. So all of that will need to have some organization, and already this is starting to be a little disorganized. That said, I think the organization should be straightforward to do, but it will be harder to do if I'm going to talk about it. And really, I think what I need to do is sit down and write down how I'm gonna actually do it. So, right. Let me commit this fix for the overlong prompt. All right, well, I think I'll stop here and think about how I'm going to organize the code. The next time we come on, maybe tomorrow, maybe Thursday, I'm going to try to tackle the keyboard. Maybe I'll just do it one at a time. Like, look at this. This is just here. I have the correct, I have the windows, but I'm just smearing it. Like here, I'm passing in the window. So that right there is like, it's totally not object oriented. For sure. Maybe I should even just address that there would be like an object for the guest row, and it would have a method called update guest row, and it would be passed in the string and the guest number, and instead of this whole thing. So there's definitely a lot to do. I know I could just keep coding and keep it all in my head, but anyway, so I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep going with this, but we're gonna go and catch up with everybody the next time. But you see what we have to do. Thanks for checking this out. We'll talk soon.